Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ramon, and in this video I'm going to show you my top 100 favorite movies of the 21st century. Yes, this video is a reaction video to one of my favorite movie tubers, Neil, over at Neil's movie channel. And he did a video a couple of weeks ago in which he showed us 100 movies of the 21st century that he really liked. And I think his video was a sort of response to the New York Times. New York Times published a list, top 100 best movies of the 21st century. And I think it was compiled by 500 people working in the industry. I didn't really like that list, I have to be honest, but I did like the list that Neil posted in his video, and he wanted to challenge himself. He added an extra element. He uh, he said he would only list movies that didn't appear on that New York Times list. But first of all, you should pause this video and go over to Neil's channel and watch his video first. I'll leave the link to his channel and the specific video in the description. Neil always has these great ideas. Sorry, Neil, I'm arriving a little bit late at the party, like usual, but I really wanted to do this list. Is there something else I want to add? Yeah, initially I wanted to do the same as you, Neil. I picked 120 movies, then I compared my list with the New York Times list, and I found out that only 15 movies that I picked also made the New York Times list. So I didn't have to replace them. I narrowed it down to 100 films. That is actually a list of movies that I like the most from the 21st century. Let's start with my list. Now, for my list, I cheated a little bit. I'm gonna mention 106 movies instead of 100. Uh, because the list I initially had, there were three films on it that I don't own physically. I don't have a physical copy of those. So I unjustly demoted those three films to honorable mentions. And I'm going to cheat a little bit. Shouldn't matter really. The first 70 movies on my list I really love, but I ranked them randomly. The top 30 of my list is actually my top 30, but again, the first 25 I randomly ranked, and my top 5, not necessarily in that order, I usually mention when someone asks me what my 5 favorite films of the 21st century are. I'm going to start with the honorable mentions. I do want to mention those because not many people will will mention those movies. I'm pretty sure of that. First one is from 2020, an animated film from Irish illustrator and filmmaker Tom Moore, his third film, and it's Wolf Walkers. Second one I wanted to mention is a neo-noir from 2015, directed by Dennis Hawke, who never did a movie after that again. I don't get it. But it's a fantastic neo-noir starring John Hawkes, and the film is Too Late. And it's a unique film because Dennis Hawke tells the entire story in just 5 single takes, which is amazing. And the third honorable mention for me is a film from 2000, almost 5 hour long video diary by Lithuanian American avant garde filmmaker Jonas Mekas. Beautiful title, the most beautiful title I ever heard. Here it comes. As I was moving ahead, occasionally I saw brief glimpses of beauty. So, those three movies I want to mention. Now, let's go to the list. At the number 100 spot, a film replacing Tom Moore's Wolfwalkers is his second feature, Song of the Sea. 99, replacing Dennis Hawk's Too Late, is this wonderful Spanish tribute to silent cinema by Pablo Berger, Blanca Nieves. 98, replacing Jonas Mekas' avant-garde film, is Yoji Yamada's beautiful samurai drama, The Twilight Samurai. And I'm going to cheat a little bit here because 2 years later, in 2004, Yamada did another one, The Hidden Blade, and in 2006 he concluded his unofficial samurai trilogy with Love and Honor, three of the best samurai films of the past 25 years. Then, last time I'm gonna cheat, two animated films at number 97 spot in my list. First one is the frantic and fast Assault on the Senses Dead Leaves by director Hiroyuki Imaishi, but this one has a running time of just 52 minutes, so that was a great opportunity for me to list another one, Cat Soup by Tatsuo Sato, and this one only has a runtime of 35 minutes. Wonderful movies that made a huge impression on me, and yeah, it's at my number 97 spot. 96, you'll find Grindhouse. 95, I opted for the first one in the Vengeance trilogy. I prefer it slightly over Old Boy. It's John Wood Park's Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance with Kang Ho's song, one of the best actors of his generation. 94 saw this martial arts masterpiece in the cinemas back then, Zhang Yimou's Hero, with a beautiful use of colors. Everyone who has seen it will remember it. Then the most recent one, number 93, Drive My Car, Japanese drama by Ryosuke Hamaguchi. 92, the middle part of Joachim Trier's Oslo trilogy, Oslo 31st of August. And 91, Ridley Scott's classical piece of filmmaking, Gladiator, one for the ages. 90 is for Distance, an earlier film by the great Japanese director Hirokazu Koreeda. This one stars Tadanobu Asano. 89, Lynn Ramsey's You Were Never Really Here, starring Joaquin Phoenix. 88, Gus Van Sant's best film in my Gary. 87, film by Japanese filmmaker Sogo Ishii, Electric Dragon 80,000 volts, starring Tadanobu Asano, and he and his band also provided the metal soundtrack for this film. 86, forgotten director, Swedish director Roy Andersson made some great films. Songs from the Second Floor is my favorite of his. 85, last film by Taiwanese director Edward Yang, Yi Yi, aka A One and a Two. 84, psychological thriller by Lodge Kerrigan, Keen, starring Damian Lewis. 83, Japanese drama by Hideaki Anno, Shikijitsu, Ritual, and it stars Shunji Iwai, who is a Japanese director himself. He rarely acts, and Shunji Iwai did films like All About Lily Shushu and Hana and Alice. Wonderful film this. 82, my favorite Miyazaki film from the past 25 years, Howl's Moving Castle. 81, slow-paced art house film by Thai director Apichatpong Weerasethakul, my favorite of his, Syndromes and a Century. 80, Mary Harron's adaptation of the Bret Easton Ellis novel. This is American Psycho. 79, Bong Joon-ho's Mother. 78, great Chinese filmmaker Jia Zhang's Still Life. 77, Alexander Payne's About Schmidt. 76, another wonderful animated film by American director Michael Arias, who worked his entire life in Japan, I believe. This is Tekon Kinkreed, with a beautiful soundtrack by electronic music duo Plaid. 75, my favorite collaboration between Donnie Yen and director Wilson Yip, Flashpoint. 74, Jonathan Glazer's Under the Skin. 73, Takashi Miike's The City of Lost Souls, aka Hazard City. 72, one of my favorite Taiwanese directors, Hao Xiaoshan, his Millennium Mambo, the first collaboration with Taiwanese model and actress Shu Qi. Shu Qi, yes. And 71 is Kinji Fukasaku's last film, Battle Royale. 70, the only Coen brother film of the past 25 years that made my list, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? 69, Hungarian filmmaker Béla Tarr's The Turin Horse. 68 is for Seijun Suzuki, one of my favorite filmmakers. He was prolific in the 60s, you know, Branded to Kill, Tokyo Drifter, Tattooed Life, Kanto Wanderer. But he was 77 years old when he did this movie, and this is a remake in color of his own Branded to Kill, Pistol Opera. 67, movie by Italian director Paolo Sorrentino, The Consequences of Love, with Tony Servillo and Olivia Magnani, the granddaughter of the great actress Anna Magnani. Animated feature, 66, Takashi Nakamura's Tree of Palm. 65, another Italian film by the great Bernardo Bertolucci, The Dreamers, with Eva Green and Michael Pitt. 64, dark fairy tale slash horror movie slash musical by Polish director Agnieszka Smoczyńska, The Lure. 63, another film I saw in the cinema back then, Takeshi Kitano's Zatoichi. 62, the first film of Bong Joon-ho I ever saw, in 2003, I believe, Memories of Murder. 61, Stephen Frears' High Fidelity. 60, one of the best martial arts films of the new millennium. Ong Bak Prachapinkyo directed and Tony Jaa stars. 59 is for the horror movie by Swedish director Thomas Alfredson, Let the Right One In. 58, Christopher Nolan's Interstellar. 57 is for stop motion director Adam Elliott, Australian director who did the wonderful Mary and Max. 56, this surreal comedy by Hitoshi Matsumoto, who also stars Symbol. Really a gem, this one. 55, my favorite Cronenberg film of the past 25 years, Spider. 54, the science fiction movie Moon by Duncan Jones. 53, another great Korean director, my favorite of Chang Dong-lee, Burning, based on a book by Murakami, or a story by Murakami. 52, Sam Mendes' Road to Perdition, my favorite Tom Hanks performance. 51, another film from Thailand, Panak Ratanaruang's Last Life in the Universe, with Japanese actor Tadanobu Asano again. 50, brilliant action movie by Hong Kong director Johnny To, Exiled. 'Complicated drama, 49, by Danish director Christopher Boe, Reconstruction. 48, Ang Lee's martial arts epic Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. 47, one-hit wonder for Richard Kelly, Donnie Darko. 46, another great samurai film, this time by Jojiro Takita, I think his name is, When the Last Sword is Drawn. Takita did a film later that won the Academy Award Best Foreign Film, Departures, but this one is much better. 45, Robert Eggers' The Lighthouse. 44, Japanese drama by Ryuichi Hiroki, I think his name is, Vibrator. 43, a great animated film by master of anime, Satoshi Kon, Millennium actress Satoshi Kon, already passed away, much too young. He was 47 years old. 42, another film by Giazanke, Touch of Sin. 41, beautiful movie by Iranian director Abbas Kiarostami, copie conform, certified copy with Juliette Binoche. 40, La Sconosciuta, aka The Unknown Woman, Italian film by Giuseppe Tornatore, with a soundtrack by legendary composer Ennio Morricone. 39, Tarsem Singh's visually stunning The Fall. 38, movie that I really love, very controversial, at the time of its release. Vincent Gallo's The Brown Bunny. 37, Japanese film by Sekiguchi, and it's a Survive Style 5+, starring Tadanobu Asano and, believe it or not, Vinnie Jones. 36, Leos Carax's best film, of one of his best films, Holy Motors, with Denis Lavant. 35, another overlooked animated film by French director Sylvain Chomet, who also did Triplets of Belleville. This is his tribute to Jacques Tati, the illusionist. 34, first movie that I saw of Russian director Andrei Zavyagintsev, The Return. 33, Jean-Pierre Jeunesse Amélie with Audrey Tautou. 32, another film by Koreeda, Shoplifters. 31, another one I saw in the theater back then, and this is Kim Ki-duk's Binjeep, aka Three Iron. 30, another movie by Ho Xiao Shen, his second collaboration with actress Xu Qi. This is Three Times. 29, Japanese drama by Hiroshi Ishikawa, Tokyo Sora, aka Tokyo Skies. 28, film by Inarito, overlooked, really overlooked. In the New York Times list, they listed 4 films by Cuarón and not a single one by Inarritu. This is Birdman. 27, Danish director Nicholas Winding Refn. He did Drive with Ryan Gosling. 26, Shion Sono's Love Exposure. 25, again Alexander Payne, also overlooked in the New York Times list. This is my favorite of his, Sideways. 24, film starring the great late Val Kilmer, directed by Shane Black, film I can watch over and over again on repeat, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. 23, my favorite film of Takashi Miike, totally nuts this film, Gozu, aka Horror Theater. 22, film by female director Naomi Kawase, this is Shara. 21, film by Sofia Coppola, and Lost in Translation. 20, my favorite film by Bela Tarr, Werkmeister Harmonies. 19, one of my favorite South Korean movies ever. I saw this one in the cinema, directed by Kim Ki-duk, who passed away much too soon. He was 60 years old, I believe. This is Spring, Summer, Fall, Winter, and Spring Again. 18, a film by French-Vietnamese director An Hoon Tran. This is À la verticale de l'été, at the height of summer, also known as the vertical ray of the sun. 17, a film by one of my favorite directors of all time, Tsai Ming Liang. This is Goodbye Dragon Inn. 16, a movie by Alexander Sokurov, the Russian director, and it's Russian art, the first movie that was shot in one single take. 15, a film by Paolo Sorrentino again starring Tony Servillo, The Great Beauty. 14, another Korean movie by Ji-woon Kim, great director. I love this film, Bittersweet Life. 13, the best film that Scorsese did in the past 25 years, in my humble opinion, The Wolf of Wall Street. 12, again based on a short story by Murakami. This is Toni Takitani by Jun Ichikawa. Wonderful film. 11 is a second entry for director Shion Sono, Why Don't You Play in Hell? 10, Only God Forgives by Nicholas Winding Refn. I think this movie is misunderstood. I really, really love it. I love it even more than Drive. 9, the best Western of the past 25 years, Inarritu's The Revenant. 8, a beautiful masterpiece of Japanese filmmaking, in my humble opinion, Eureka by Shinji Aoyama. 7, a movie that I saw in the cinema. I love this film by Kitano, Dolls, and the banner on my YouTube site I took from a still from this movie. At 6, the best superhero movie ever made, Unbreakable by Shyamalan, analyzes and deconstructs the genre. Love this film, yeah. Now my top 5, my 5 favorite ones. First one is Mamoru Oshii's Ghost in the Shell Part 2, Innocence. The perfect blend of cell shading and CGI animation. Already 21 years old, still is incredible. Music by Kawai is a masterpiece on its own. At 4, masterpiece by Tsai Ming Liang, What Time Is It There, with a cameo by the face of the Nouvelle Vague, Jean-Pierre Léaud. Number 3 in my list is David Lynch's Mulholland Drive. At 2, a film I saw in the cinema. We were watching with 8 people. I think after 20 minutes that creation scenes starts and 4 people left. I fucking love this film, The Tree of Life, Terrence Malick. And the best movie, my favorite movie of the 21st century, is Wong Kar-wai's In the Mood for Love. The kind of love story I like. Brief Encounter, Letter from an Unknown Woman, and In the Mood for Love are my 3 favorite love stories of all time. Thank you for watching, man. And before I forget, if you want to do a top 10 yourselves and leave it in the comment section, or you want to comment on my list, please do so. It would be fantastic to interact with you guys. Yeah, again, thank you for watching. Have a good day.